Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and it has been a very interesting last few days. Just, pardon me. Just what with, first of all, Splatoon 3 Side Order coming out. Yep, that's right. And then just the last couple of days have just had very busy work schedules, but let's not worry about that right now, because I think it's time to start another Arcana Spotlight series. And this time, I want to look at signature spells. So there's a lot of signature spells in the game, so this is going to take a while to get through. I believe every element has, well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Every element has 12. Does this one fare any differently? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. 1, no. So 12, 24, 36, 48. It's 72 spells we're going to be looking at. Alright, what fun. So, I believe the best way to do this is to just kind of go down the list. And I believe that the one we're going to be starting with... Well, first of all, let me look and see if there's anything that I want to run other than just what I have. Now, I'm not going to worry about only running things like at the base level of damage, because we can look over all of that at the very end of it all. When we look at each spell individually for the tier list. And obviously that is, at least in part, what this is all in service to, right? So, why don't we... Yeah, we'll just go with the usual. Actually, no. No, we won't. Pardon me. No, I think I am going to go with the Curse Eater's Mask. And the first one we're going to do is Heroic Blaze, mostly because I know that I'm not going to really get on well with this spell, so we might as well just get it over with. Now, the best way to use Heroic Blaze is to do so in such a way where my enemies aren't going to have much of a response for it. So we'll do it that way. There we go. Now, my feelings on Heroic Blaze are that I feel that it really doesn't... It's really not a great option to use just because of how long the spell lasts. But hey, maybe with some luck I'll end up proving myself wrong. Because the fact of the matter is, I don't want one of the spells that I use to be bad. And you can assume that if it's... Pardon me, I just finished eating. But you can assume that if it's something that can be made a signature spell, it's not going to be all bad. In fact, I'd go out of my way to say that most of the signature spell options are particularly strong. There are some exceptions to that rule that I will go over. But in general, most of these spells that I've tried out on my own, and not necessarily because it was any kind of a obligation or anything, turned out pretty good. Alright, so we're gonna start at Zeal. Just get the most difficult get one of the most difficult levels I can do out of the way first. And we'll see what happens from there. And we're going to be ending it on Freya, who's also going to resist my signature, so yay, what fun. So I'm gonna say that each damage tick, if it weren't for the damage ups, would only be doing like maybe 7 or 8. So it's not like this isn't doing good damage, it's just the damage is being resisted by the elemental enemies of the area. Before we go too much further, I do want to say I appreciate you guys coming and spending some of your time with me. I know I've been absent the last couple of days. Like I said, that was mostly due to, well, you know we have to have that. And that is Relic Rewards card. I might want that as well. Matter of fact, let's just grab it now. Pardon me. Yeah, I want to thank you for being patient with me. It's been a combination of, well, Splatoon 3's side order DLC with just a rather busy few days at work. Like, having to work early in the morning does not exactly give you a lot of spare time to play around with. Oops, that was stupid. Alright, well, that was a nice, stressful room. Alright, nothing special there. That's just a dead end, my favorite thing. Let's make sure we clear out all the battle rooms we can so we go into the next floor with as much money as possible. Alright, that's looking good to me. Move it on out. So, as you can see, it's not that Heroic Blaze doesn't do a good amount of damage. It's that it lasts a while, and it's a good little while to sit without moving, so you have to be really careful how you use it. And obviously, it's a little bit less effective against enemies that aren't going to get burned. Oh, we take that. We take that. Probably going to want either the Chaos Scanner or the Destructive Abacus, if not both. Well, let's wait on that a little bit. You know, Dark Sage, you could be using the portals. What have I told you about using portals? Oh, yeah, in my day, we wouldn't... We went uphill both ways to get to school. We had to do that in order to stomp Goombas, and by golly, we liked it. Blah. All right, so Strongman's hammer. Yeah, we had to go uphill both ways in order to stomp Goombas in Mario Brothers 3. We even had Elmer Fudd moments. And by golly, we liked it. Guys, go away, thank you. I'll tell you something about that Mario Brothers 3 Goomba stomping. It's a lot of fun. Still is a lot of fun. And that's not just from the perspective of a retro gamer, it's just still fun. I think the clear testament to that is Super Mario Bros. Wonder, where they're still running off of a lot of the same gameplay logic as previous Mario Brothers titles, but god damn it, it's still fun. Let that be a lesson to you. Sometimes you don't need modern gaming conveniences in order for something to be fun. Alright, so what's fun about not using the portal to get around the levels? You know what? Shut up. I don't have to listen to your logic. There we go. Alright, and first boss. Gonna be Lady Zeal herself. Now, of course, the most noticeable thing about Zeal is that she always looks good in leggings. See, that's the sort of danger that I think is present when you go to use this particular signature, is that it holds you still a little too long. I mean, okay, if you just want to give me Spark Array as a freebie, why not? Am I going to hold on to it? I don't know, I might want something that hits a little harder, but for right now, why not? Now here's the thing, a spell lasting a long time in order to catch out regular old mooks, that's whatever. But in boss battles, especially once the bosses start to... Okay, I don't know what exactly happened there. But once you start getting into the longer-winded boss battles, yeah, and the enemies don't stay stunned very long, like, that just becomes more and more of an... Like, it was an issue just with those regular enemies. Not to mention, if you don't catch all the Lancers, then they punish you. Like, that's my big problem with Heroic Blaze, is that it keeps you in one place for a little too long. If you don't catch all of the mooks in a room with it, then you are going to get punished. That's where my issue lies, is that it's so easy to get punished using this. Now, there is a combo that is pretty well known throughout the community. That is Heroic Blaze and Tearing Whirlwind. Now, I chose not to go with that combo for this because I wanted to basically show off that anything that can stun the enemies will do a good job of comboing with this. Or if you just get close enough to the enemies, you can just do that. Okay, so I'm gonna have to spend a little bit of cash in order to be able to donate something to the good doctor. In the meantime, what do we have here? I'm gonna grab that just cuz. And of course, cushion flip-flops will actually help us on defense. And if I want to go through the rest of the combat rooms, we gotta go the long way. But at least now we've got the long way with glitz. With pizzazz. With flair. In this case, literal flares. Okay, now back to the boss room. Mobius Quill. What do you do? Actually, I like that. I'm gonna hold on to that. Okay, don't really want to take a chance on losing Bouncing Surge. Yeah, it's been a while since I've used this spell. I couldn't even remember the name of it. Little bit embarrassing. So we'll just have to deal with not getting an upgrade from Dr. Song. I'm just hoping it doesn't hurt me too much in the long run. That was another instance where just how long this spell holds you still ended up working against me. Ooh, hello. We've got Hunter's Stiletto. We want that. I'll probably end up getting rid of the unicorn tail, just because there's other things there that will synergize better with the build in general. Not sure if we're going to use Nocturne or not, but there he is. Yay! Perfect shot! A Dark Sage, that hit a wall! How do you know that wasn't what my intention was from the beginning? That seems like a silly intention. Hey, I didn't have to miss. So your entire intention for that complete blind miss was to make a Princess Bride reference? Hey, someone had to do it. Alright, so let's real quick see if we get anything really good. Not really. Grab that just because I can, but then I'm coming back and grabbing that and just immediately replacing it. Alright, well that's it for that. I'll take the longest way around possible to get to the boss room. Simply because I can. He's doing that just to spite us, isn't he? I bet he doesn't even really know how to play this game. Alright, and we're off. Excited birds. They know what's up. They know a good Princess Bride reference when they hear it. Owie. And there you go. You see what the problem was there? Ooh, another leap, but I don't have the bunny ear, so I'm not too worried about it. Plus, it scatters enemies when I land, so might not be the best idea. Matter of fact, neither are fire elemental spells in general right now. Alright, well, let's go ahead and put myself in harm's way. Because what's a little pain in comparison to making a fashion statement? That sounds like a really dangerous motivation. I mean, you know, you're probably right, but It's too late now. But as of right now, everything is hunky-dory. I just hope it continues that way. But so far, we've been doing pretty well with this particular signature, despite my generalized distaste for it. Which, again, I point out has nothing to do with its damage, it just has to do with, you know, the length of the animation, and that you can't really cancel out of it or do anything during it. Oh, your stupid polar ice fields. Get that out of here. I'm not interested in being frozen. I got too much heat. I gotta move! Sweet, more dead ends. Alright, am I even interested in exploring down there? Yes, because that is going to be where Anders is, and I would like to see what he has for sale. Also, Curse Eater's Mask with only 2 cursed relics. You hate to see it. Okay, so actually probably get rid of that so we can grab Tapping Gloves, which will also synergize well with that Assassin's Blade. Now, I'm gonna feel real silly if I could have gotten the unicorn disguise out of this area, but it's also not necessarily the most important thing in the world to have. I just like it because I like movement speed. I like colorful things. I mean, do you really need any more reason than that to like the unicorn outfit? You like colorful things, and you like movement speed. I guess it also helps if you like horses. But for purposes of this particular thing, you don't necessarily need to like horses to like the unicorn disguise. But if you don't, then you're less likely to want to pick it up because you probably don't want to look like something that you hate. Though I will be the first to say I think hate is kind of a strong word. You don't necessarily need to hate horses to... You know what? I'm just rambling at this point. You all get the idea of what I'm trying to say, right? Even if it doesn't make a lot of sense. Okay, don't exactly know what killed them, but not gonna complain. I have the Hunter's Stiletto, so I definitely want this. Even if it doesn't work on Sura, fuck it, at least I got the Hunter's Satchel. That's good enough for me. There are a couple of spells here that I like, but I'm pretty much set with my build at this point, so we'll just move on. But not before we check our red portal vendor. So I see Magician's Wand here. I'm just wondering, will it make Heroic Blaze that much slower? I'm gonna suggest that I don't find out. I like what I have, and I don't want to get slowed down. Well, that worked out rather well. Sorry, Lay's Drum, don't really need you. You know what I would like? Potion. Especially if it tastes like strawberries. By the way, speaking of flavors, I hope you guys are liking the flavor of this run. This is our first run in the Arcana Spotlight series for signatures. So hopefully it's, at the very least, giving you guys some ideas for something to try in the near future. But I will say, for me personally, Heroic Blaze isn't really my thing. Oh, it's the second time they've asked me to take that. Fine. I'm sure a number of you are saying, you know, Dark Sage, I've only really noticed that whole you don't get to move very much problem a couple of times with this build. That would be because I've managed to get enough damage ups that for the most part, if I hit something with this, it dies. Then that right there was just a complete blank. So, you know, if I hadn't already embarrassed myself enough, there's a little bit more for you. Oh, I'm Sura. I'm so strong. I'm gonna mess you up. No, Sura, I doubt it. Ow. I mean, unless I do that. Whoa. Okay. Glitchy. Hey everybody, Sura's glitchy. Alright, that was a good old nothing burger of a combo. And there's what can possibly happen if you end up just landing on your enemy's attacks. Alright, so there we go. That's our first signature Arcana Spotlight series episode wrapped up. Heroic Blaze, not too bad against mooks, not great against especially higher level bosses. And hopefully I was able to demonstrate that and, explain why. But thank you guys very much for tuning in. I, of course, appreciate you coming and spending some of your free time here with me today. I hope you are looking forward to other videos in the Signature Arcana Spotlight series, and I'd like to point out, Juno also looks good in leggings. So, thank you guys very much. I appreciate you coming and spending some of your free time here with me today. I hope you have a fantastic day or night wherever you may happen to be. Those are excited birds in the background. And I'll see you in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and of course they stop as soon as I stop talking. You guys take care.